to find happiness, and for the last 4 videos, that's all I've been looking for. And now, I'm in the zombie apocalypse. The plan to keep these 5 people safe until day 10 when the military arrives. But this isn't going to be easy. The dead is everywhere. I have that spawn rate set to high, so the deeper I get into the city, the more they will be. And when starting, I heard gunshots. I thought this was more survivors and I ran outside, only to find that it was a raider. And the dead tried to surround us, so we had to run. But I didn't even know where we was going. All I know is I wanted to keep these guys safe. I didn't want anybody to die. And it was night out, so we took over this home, cleaning around it and inside of it, and boarding up the windows so we could stay safe for tonight. What the? I didn't even know what the fuck that was, but I locked the door. We shot so much around this house that there were more dead coming to this house. And I tried to clear them, but got scratched in the mix of it. Fuck. And this was me just realizing that I was bleeding out from this fucking scratch. And I didn't have any bandages, so I ripped my shirt and patched my neck up with that. If I never saw that I was bleeding from my neck, I probably would have died there. No matter what, I couldn't get no breaks. We was fighting the dead all night. The sun was coming up and I went out to rip clothes off the dead. Also made everyone start using that melee so we don't keep drawing the dead to us. We then looted this house, but was really nothing there, so we went back to our base. Slept, and day 2, we started moving deeper into the city. We found this house and we cleared it. Sacrifice. The world has changed, so I must change with it. I didn't really know how to read, so I wanted to learn before the military comes. Read the entire book of the medical. Back on the road, we came across this painted wall, and I thought that maybe this meant something. We looted homes and cars. We do a head count, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I just realized that we left somebody behind. The dot was nowhere to be found. And I think we left them back at that house, but we was so far away to go back. Too deep into the city now, so we kept moving forward. I was so angry that I was so stupid to not realize that we left somebody behind. I was too careless. We made it to this location, but this place was overran by the dead. There was more than I thought. Plus, the building was just too big for us to protect, and it could take days for us to fortify this place. We ran away, but there was still tons of dead around. Oh my god, he bit my hat. We made it to this apartment, which was a pain to clear. And even though the top was safe, there was still a shit ton of dead below us. Alright, oh my god. Found some safety over here in these apartment buildings. I don't think we can stay here forever though. And I don't know where we could actually go to find safety. A day later, my plan was set. Find some woods. So we hit it out, cleared a shit ton of dead in our paths, until I found that place we was gonna call home. Right here is the place, boys. It was gonna be super risky. We're out in the open, and the dead can surround us from every corner of this place. But no matter what, I don't care how many zombies come, this is the place. I said I was gonna keep all 5 of us safe. But as I was building this place, I kept having the feeling that I wasn't keeping my promise. And if the dot was still alive and I am choosing not to find him, then I'll be lying to you guys and myself. But I was scared, and this isn't even my first attempt. I have died over and over and over again, to the point where I fear about risking it all. Because if I die, this entire video is over. But going back was going to be a major risk. Now I'm left with a choice. Save one or the many. But if I die now, this 2 weeks would be the biggest waste of my life. But I'm going back alone. And if he is dead, at least I could know that I tried. And if I die, I would never know if friendship could really find happiness. When I got close, I heard gunshots. This had to be the dot. I hear gunshots. That could be him. So I fought my way towards the gunshots, only to find the dot. Come on, come on, come on. Please, please be. No, it's not. It's a fucking another survivor. And out of nowhere, the dot. The dot. The dot! The dot! I found you! I found. Oh my god. Oh my god. After finding the dot and another survivor, we was about to get cornered by the dead. But luckily we made it out and found another survivor. With the 3 of us, we started heading back home. And of course, there was a shit ton of dead in our way. But I wasn't planning to die here. We cleared them and held up inside this house. The same one I cut my hair off in a few days ago. I had to barricade this place so we could stay safe tonight, because we were getting surrounded by a shit ton of dead again. So I had to go out and clear them. But it was a lot of them. So this took some time. On day 8, we started moving towards home. We are so close to day 10, and the military could literally be here at any moment. Home at last. Home at last. Home at last. Yeah, you can see that I was excited to be home. But something dawned on me. Scratch what I said, I think we might need to move. And the reason is when the military comes, we need to be closer to the drop point. But the problem is, I have no clue where the drop point even is. I think we might need to go deeper into the city. I might have to haul all this shit. So with 1 day left, we started moving closer to like with a whole group of people this time. I feel safer than ever. That anything that come my way, we can handle it. I mean, it was true. I felt super confident with all my friends around me. I haven't lost anyone. But I had to remember, the deeper we get into the city, the more dead there will be. And we was making a lot of noise. But if you already haven't subscribed, subscribe. Because if I die here, at least you subscribing will help me find some type of happiness. I also took a car, but this was a bad idea. This made so much noise, all the way to the point where I had to abandon it because it was drawing too much dead towards us. There was so much on the road. So we went inside this gated area. And here, we were safe. Until one of the survivors opened the gate. No! Killing everyone inside. Oh my God. Besides me and one other survivor. We fled. I was left in shock on what just happened. And after all that, I heard a helicopter. I hear a plane. So I went after it. Maybe all isn't lost. I was so disappointed with myself. I was so close and I made a dumb decision. I went through all of this just for them all to die. But it sounded like I was getting closer to this helicopter. It sounded like they was right above us. I thought that maybe if I cleared the dead, they would land. But the dead kept coming. Then the helicopter left. I think I'm too lost now to try to find happiness. They all died. It wasn't even a point. But I wasn't about to die here. Not like this. So in my last attempt to survive, I jumped off the bridge. But I had to remember, this is Zomboid, and you can't jump. Another video trying to find happiness led straight to disappointment. At this point, I started to think that maybe finding happiness was impossible, or maybe how I was going about it was just wrong. And no matter what, attempt after attempt, it always ended bad for me. I either die or lose everything.